Welcome to Rewatch. We're on episode 14, can I say, of the Droids cartoon series. This one came out in 1986. It was a 1 hour special that they did called The Great Heep. And you can tell the animation is a little bit upscale too, because this is their goodbye. Of course, Ben Burt wrote it, and Anthony Daniels comes back as C-3PO. The droids are going to see Mungo Baobab because I guess they didn't know what else to do with them. They go and the droids are captured by, of course, the Great Heep. He eats R2 units. So he gives them, it's like his harem of R2 units. He puts them in his mouth and then sucks all the energy out of them. Why an R2 unit? I guess he has a design in his mouth that is fit straight for an astromech droid, which I think is wild because now R2 is chilling in a hot oil bath with a pink droid that looks like R2QT who gets eaten by the Great Heep. And I'm thinking, is that RTQT? Wouldn't that be, or R2, whatever, R2QT or whatever her name was? Wouldn't it be great if that was really her? And like, R2 maybe remembered her from the Clone Wars. Either way, don't be too scared because her lifeless husk is found by R2 and then it's later on revived. So the pink little R2 astromech makes it alive and kind of nozzles with, R2. And R2's like, yeah, let me show you my water hose. Okay, I'm sorry. I had to put that in there. But anyway, moving on. Mungo, Mungo gets captured by Admiral Screed. Screed and the Great Heep are trying, they're doing this ore mining business here that's supposed to make them a lot of money on the side, I guess, and they've teamed up to do this. And so it's two villains teaming up together. Of course, Screed captures Mungo, which Mungo's going to escape. He's going to dress as a droid with droid plating. His droid ear and droid feet keep falling off, which I think is kind of funny. And then I thought, wow, yeah, droids are basically, there's a lot of droids that are just look like humans, just with metal plates on them. What's stopping anyone from dressing up like a droid and disguising themselves to get onto Screed's ship, which is what Mungo does. And I thought that was really interesting. How come no one ever thought about that in the EU? Maybe because they didn't want to be, they didn't want to be called out for copying the excellent Droids cartoon series. That's probably why. Never mind. Answer my own question. Anyway, they foil the ore mining operation between Great Heep and Screed. I don't remember what happened to Screed. They destroy Screed's ship, but not Screed, I don't think. No. He is forced with the leftover stormtroopers once they're defeated, because they defeat the Great Heep. The Great Heep dies, but Screed and the rest of the stormtroopers are forced to help the farmers rebuild the planet. That's what happens to Screed. And then it's like a happy ending for everyone involved. Although I can't remember what Mungo was doing there in the first place now. Now, this cartoon is like it's an hour-long special. The reason Droids got canceled is because of high production costs. It does look really nice. I don't know what was costing so much. Were they paying Anthony Daniels too much? I don't really know the cost of it. It didn't look like it was far above and beyond anything we'd seen from the mid-1980s. It was nice, but they said that production costs were the reason they had to cancel the show after one season. If this would have come out, this is like the second time I've seen Droids, I think, the cartoon series. If this would have come out back when I was a kid, I would have loved it. It would have been my favorite cartoon series, hands down, because I love Star Wars, and this is during the dying days of Star Wars. So there probably wasn't as much interest in the mid-'80s. This was leading up to the dark times here. Many people were grown up, getting away from Star Wars, moving on to other things. But for me, seeing the Droids cartoon on my local station would have been bonkers. We did get Ewoks. I did watch that. But even when they did the Droids Ewoks hour, that we didn't even get that. We only got the Ewoks for 2 seasons, and that was it. But we never got Droids. And I really, really hate that I never got to see it as a kid, because I think I would have loved it as a kid. But what did you think of episode 14, or the 1 hour special, The Great Heep? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you next time on Rewatch.